I wonder if I do have to go talk to Fresno, though. Okay. Was there anything... Do I have to talk to you again? I'm curious. Do I? Oh, there's a symbol next to you. I've seen such marks before. Is there another part of the song? Zetna bursts into hysterical laughter. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The song. Here. Listen, listen. The woman starts chanting hurriedly. She wandered an eternity in dark, yet was consoled. Web foretold, undying one's blood secret glowed, a light to guide her faithful fold. But threads must end, and so the spider did that which was owed. Her life and death to the ship bestowed. She laughs again. You'll see. You'll see if you learn to see. Look into the darkness. Look, look. I can't fathom what I meant to see. You peer into the darkness and are gradually able to make out the outlines of objects hidden in the shadows, rotting corpses, rough walls, the twitching death throes of infected people left here to die. You see no light in this place, only more darkness and despair. You don't see, do you? You don't see. Zetna shakes her head frantically and starts tearing off her rags. Strips of her decaying flesh peel off along with it. You will not see until you become like Zetna, the flesh and the blood of the ship. How do I become the flagship's blood? Oh, Zetna will show you. You'll see the true light. Come now. This is how you learn. There we go. We did it. Okay, I was right. I was just wrong, or like early. Stop. Am I okay? I kind of wanted to like. I thought I was watching her from that end. I didn't realize I was like following her. Zetna? Okay. Tess? We're gonna do a dumb thing. The rotating blades promise nothing but a senseless and brutal death. Slipping past them will require some unreasonably precise calculations or blind luck. While listening to the air current for a moment, you think you hear Zedna's whispered prayer rising from the depths of the shaft. I've had it with this madness with your riddles. I'm not going to risk my life for the sake... No. All right. Let's go. Is anybody upset by this? Did we get any last words? Nobody? Nobody's gonna stop her? Put your life, the undying ones, for the come to your senses. Okay. Tess is done. Tess is jumping, y'all. That much is certain. She was not afraid to jump. Okay. I got Luna. I got terrifying baby. We're fine. Okay, good. Off we go. I was kind of wondering if Zedna's body was here. Dom and Tessa, the Undying One has whispered that you would honor the Temple of Death with a visit. We're ready to serve. Good. Good. I love the music. I love the music for this place.
None shall stand in my way.
Oh, athletics. Okay, but we could instead just go this way. I at least think I'm going the right way. Go down. Yeah. Okay, where are we now? Test. Maybe over here? I actually feel better knowing the terrifying baby and Luna are both with us right now. Go down. Definitely makes things a little bit safer. Like, you know, at least like maybe Luna could save Tess a bit. I don't know by how much, but I choose to think that...
What is that?
I don't know. Do you want to go get it? Oh, okay. Prometheum, I think one of those things was. Or here.
It's about time.
Medic. Oh, for a second I thought that said miracle and not Medicae. We made it! A frail old man, gray beard tinged with blood, folds his wrinkled hands in a ritual gesture. His body is covered in scars. Some old, some fresh. His eyes are staring tightly shut. His mouth is cleft at both corners, making his jaw seem eerily snake-like. The Lady of the Ark walked the paths of unlife, in the footsteps of the web's very first spinner. The servants of death bowed before her, for the Daemon is the giver of life. The old man goes still. His head turned to the side, he nods towards the temple's muffled silence. Yes, truth like a stream pours from your lips. We welcome her as the tenants demand. A thin blade appears in the old man's trembling hands, although his arms are stiff and look like they can barely bend. In the next instant, the dynasty symbol is etched on his forehead, dripping blood. With a brief motion, he flicks the blood off his blade, and several drops land on your face. The blood-spun web welcomes its new lady. I am the Vizier. For many years, we have waited, and now you are here. We have waited. Whispers echo his words from the shadows. Why is it you invited me here? Death whispered your name and commanded us to honor you with a sacred ritual, but only inside the temple can the spinners perform it. The Vizier is suddenly distracted by someone invisible and nods towards the empty space. Yes, we are glad she has reached this place. We are glad to serve. What do you mean you've waited many years? It was not so long ago that I made acquaintance with the cult. As I delve into my divinations from the flesh and blood of the departed ones, I turn to a relic most ancient and priceless. It is his tarot, inherited by the cult from the matriarch spider who spun the first thread. One of the readings I did back when I still had the strength to leave the temple and usher souls on their final journey. That was when, in the intricate tangle of destiny, I glimpsed our meeting. But when we would meet, alas, was not revealed to me. So we waited, year after year, and now the hour has come. Vizier, is that a title? It is the name we give to the first spinner, the one who has learnt the wisdom of the tenets of the web in order to lead others. I may have a duty to instruct and spin bloody threads, but in all other ways, I am as much his servant as yours as anyone else in this temple. So you just walked my companions in here the normal way while I was forced to take the jump? The spinners guided them along a different trail. You had to take the step, for only you were meant to become the flagship's blood. Daman, there was no reason to test the faith of those who follow you, for this burden was for their lady to bear. I like that, though, because Tess is the leader, right? This is her ship. She has to be the lifeblood of the ship. There's no other way that this all works. And whether it is through this ritual, whether it's through the blood-spun web, or just sitting on her throne upstairs, she is the lifeblood of the ship, and nobody else can walk that path for her. Nobody else needs to walk that path with her, and that was really good symbolism there. How did you manage to erect an entire temple in the middle of the ship? The followers of the cult once inhabited the tunnels between the bay's bulkhead until the threads of fate were tangled and a daemon of ages past gave us this compartment. We set ourselves to building spacious halls where the shadows, the images of him, and the spinners themselves would whisper of death. And thus, the temple that you see began to change with the succession of viziers in the cult's generations. We are building it slowly, but surely. I expect a greater respect. No, see, like that? No. This is actually an immense amount of respect. I walked the path of the matriarch spider. What now? The Song of Trailing Blood tells of a path fraught with trials. By accepting it and setting out on that path, you passed the first one, the trial of resolve. For not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and embark on a search for the unknown, a search for death. The trial of compassion was the second one. You passed it when you put yourself, albeit briefly, in the service of another soul, a man suffering from burns. For the choice between life and death is to be made only by those willing to take responsibility for the pain of another. This is also, I feel like we talked about this before, but I'm talking about it again. A, because I want to. B, because it's really good writing. And C, you might not have watched the first time, but I really like here, not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and embark on the search of the unknown. And like, it is true, when you go searching for something outside of what you know, when you go searching, like everybody I feel like comes to a point in their life where they're like, I don't know. Like, I know that there's something else. There is something more. There is a next thing. There is another thing. And I don't know what it is. You have to go searching. And to do that, you have to shun your fear and your doubt. And you also, to a point, have to shun the idea that you know everything. Like, I feel like we all kind of have that deep down inside. We're like, I know it. No, you don't. You know nothing kind of vibe. Like, when you go searching for this is what's so important, is like you have to let go of your fear. You have to let go of whatever doubts you might have, your anxiety, stuff like that, and just go looking. And then we had the trial of compassion, where Tess has to make the choice between life and death, but you have to be willing to take the responsibility of the pain of another. So whether Tess chose to kill this man or save him, his pain is her responsibility now, in that it's a burden on her soul, right? Because like, I don't think you can take a life without having it weigh on you in some way, especially somebody like Tess, who is responsible for hundreds of thousands of lives over the course of her life, with how many people come in and out of the ship, her companions, worlds that she holds. I mean, if you include the worlds, we're getting into big numbers of people. And if you are taking responsibility for their lives, for their death, the choice between life and death for them, you're taking on the responsibility of their pain, and that's going to weigh on you. And you have to be strong enough to do that if you want to be a leader. The third was the trial of justice. In assuming the role of judge for an apostate of our faith, you declared your right to influence the balance of life and death that the errant soul had upset. And the fourth was the trial of duty, for duty always leads to death. We are prepared to render our duty to the undying one, fearless and accepting of our purpose, which is to serve him. You too have proven yourself prepared, and the 4 trials have brought you here. So here, like, this is once again, third trial. You had to take in the balance of life and death, and then with that, you could see how the third and the second trial are tied together. And with the second trial, it was if, you know, between life and death is to take on one's pain. So here, once again, life and death, you have the right to influence that. If you take that right, if you are declaring to the God Emperor and everything else that you have that right, then you also take on the responsibility of their pain. You see how it all kind of ties together beautifully. And the fourth was the trial of duty, for duty always leads to death. In Tess's case, that's true. Her duty will lead people to death eventually. People will die for her ship. People will die in warp, like traveling through the warp. People will die on her world because of decisions she's made. And you have to be fearless and accepting of that. There's no other way. She will crumble under the weight unless she bears these 4 different trials and understands the purpose of them. I really like how this all ties in to just being the head of the ship, to being the head of all of this. And you can see how much pressure is really on the rogue trader, and how your rogue trader handles it is entirely up to you as the player, and that's beautifully written. The path I have walked has helped me understand myself better. For the tenets teach us that the lesson learned is in itself the supreme reward for one who is open to self-discovery. And that's true. The knowledge that you gain from walking the unknown and discovering things is there is no greater reward. I absolutely believe that. Like, every time you learn, every time you better yourself in this, the knowledge that you gain, like, yeah, monetary stuff is great. Yeah, getting something new is nice, but that knowledge and also the confidence, and that's why I love the rogue trader. Tess has always been incredibly confident. Since like the alpha, I feel like the rogue trader has always just exuded this confidence, and rightly so. The rogue trader walks the unknown daily and owns it. And it continually is discovering new things about themselves, the ship, just the vast universe that they live in. And that in itself is the reward and allows them to be confident going forward. The vizier's sewn shut eye seems to peer into your face, studying it. Then he turns away and speaks into the empty space again. Peace, my brother. The time has almost come. I see your eyes are sewn shut. Are you blind, or is that another of the cult's rituals? I was sighted for much of my life until a disciple of mine violated the tenets, and I realized just how blind I had been. A lesson, but a bitter one. To look with one's eyes alone is to be easily fooled, but the heart cannot be lied to. Such is truth, and such was my choice. I sealed my eyelids with the geese of true sight. Now I see more and better. I agree and disagree with this. I do agree that, like, if you look with just your eyes, you're gonna miss stuff. You're gonna be blinded, because, like, it is easy to either have somebody trick you or you to trick yourself if you just depend on your sight. But I don't know if I'd say, like, but the heart cannot be lied to. Your heart can absolutely be lied to. Your emotions can absolutely be lied to. 100%. People emotionally manipulate other people all the time. Like that is like, it's a trope in like literally every single game. Every single storyline has some kind of emotional manipulation, whether it's parent to child to parent, love interest to love interest, bad guy to good guy to good guy, whatever it is. People emotionally manipulate all the time. So to say that like one's heart cannot be lied to, it can. Your logic and reason though, like there is like, you have to use it all in tandem. In my mind, you have to use your heart and your logic and reason in tandem to make sure that what your eyes are seeing are truthful. So I can see why you'd sew your eyes shut in this case, because then now you can discern, all right, is what I'm hearing, is what I am experiencing true or not? And then you can use your emotion and then logic and reason to figure it all out. It's just interesting here that he is only relying on the heart. Like, that seems like a little bit of a misstep for somebody in charge of the Bloodspun Web, but I think it fits his character really well. Who is it you talk to? The vizier turns his head as if looking around the temple. I see echoes of those who came before us and those who are those who were with us, but have since crossed over to the other side. My brothers and sisters raised by the cult. I hear them from beyond their depths. They share their wisdom. I heed them. The other spinners, they hear not, for that burden is mine to bear. This entire conversation is another test. A smile graces... Oh, the way the music and everything, that was so good. A smile graces the vizier's bluish lips. The tenants commanded us to be prepared for all trials, corporeal and spiritual alike. Are you prepared, Daman Tessera? His mouth closes, but you can still hear his whisper. A prickling sensation in your face is making you increasingly anxious. You raise a hand to your cheek, only to realize you can't feel it. You look at your palm and see a few smudged drops of blood from the vizier's blade. A strange, serene calm envelops your body. Your fatigue subsides. Oh, the way the effects are going. Your fatigue subsides, and you seem to float in the air, seeing things you had not noticed before. The shadows in the corner taking on shapes and color. The subdued lumen light playing on the cultist bone masks. Are they really masks? Their tall, lean, empty-eyed wearers might as well be dead people. A chill runs down your spine. One moment, the walls of death's sanctum grow infinitely wide. The next, they are so narrow as to make it hard to breathe. The floor dances under your feet, and the undying emperor statue seems to shake its head threateningly as it looks down upon you. Yes. Your heart's beating slowly, your breathing has become deeper, and your thoughts are muddled. You seem to be under the influence of a potent stimulant. You poisoned me. The vizier nods meekly. My blood is infused with a concoction taken by those who follow the thread. It is sacred and harmless to us, but you it befogs and afflicts. And yet, Daman Tessera, you have grasped that the mind may fail the body and the senses. This was the trial of spiritual acumen. You have passed it. So, you've grasped that the mind may fail the body and the senses. I mean, it's true, right? That could happen. So now her mind is failing her body instead of the other way around. Normally it's like you get wounded, something like that, but your mind's still going. But what happens when it's the other way around? So here's the next trial. That is for you to tell me. You look at the vizier, and his trembling frame seems small and insignificant. A single step is all it would take to crush him. But the visions are starting to wear off, and now the old man towers over you. The keen gaze of his sealed eyes is studying your every movement, waiting for a response. Enough with now you're going to initiate me as a servant of death. You're going to give me the antidote. Enough tests and trials. Your insolence has crossed... No. Antidote. There is none, but I will ease its effects and quicken its dissipation. 3 long, thick needles appear in the vizier's hand. A moment later, they're inside your body. One in your neck, one in your shoulder, one between your ribs. You feel no pain or discomfort. On the contrary, your mind feels clearer and your muscles regain their function. The vizier then carefully removes the needles. Now, you will feel better. You're going to initiate me as a servant. The vizier ponders your words for a long time, whispers something to the empty space behind. Wait, oh no. I forget. Was I supposed to do the other thing? We'll see. I mean, noble task would demand an antidote, by the way. Our threat is repellent to you, Daman Tessera. You proved it by walking the matriarch's path in your own way. It is your right. We respect your choice. However, only one who accepts the essence of death may become its servant. You accepted your own essence, and we dare not burden you with our dogma. I like that, though. I feel like we got this with Iconoclast Tess before, like last Tess. I really like that. You accept your own essence. Tess has accepted herself so wholly and so completely that anything else would be a burden on her. She doesn't need anybody else's dogma. She doesn't need anybody else to tell her right from wrong. She is her own guiding force. Can you ask for anything more than that in life? I don't think so. Like, I think that at the end of the day, what this proves is that if you are a strong enough person and you pass the trials and you understand what the trials stand for, but you still hold on to you, you don't need this. You don't need somebody else to tell you right from wrong. You don't need somebody else to reason for you. You don't need to live by the tenets of the web because you're strong enough on your own. For years, we have maintained fealty to the Domini. We have collected sacred symbols and relics. You are the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to descend into this sanctum. We are grateful. We are uplifted in spirit. Hear our exultation and accept this gift of a vestment sewn from the bones of his faithful with the threads of death. Yes. That which was foretold has come to pass. The ritual of descent is complete. Now be this temple's guest of honor and rest a while. Oh, we did it. That was so good. I still love this quest. I still love this. This was so good. Attacks against the familiar have their critical... Yes. Yes. Anything for the baby? Also, here. Can we go to Tess for this? We just got new armor. I forget, Tess. Did I put this on you? 10% dodge. Yeah. Oh, no. Did we put this on Tess or Cabela before? Tell me if you remember. I just want to see if this is better for Cabela. I don't think so, though. Like, I think hers are like... Okay. Agility, dodge, and parry against melee attacks. Like... I feel like if the wearer is not in cover... that could be. But I feel like... I'm gonna put this on Tess for now. I think it's better for Tess for the moment. Because she does need better dodge. Also, I just love the look of it. But at the same time, the other one looks so good. Can we? No. 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 Okay. I kind of wish that we had like a transmog. But this looks cool too. But at the same time... That's so good. That's so good. Oh, I just love the thing. Am I gonna like get through the end of the game and Tess is still wearing this? I don't know, okay? That's very possible.
We were trained to act as one.
Okay. I don't think that there was anything else. Oh my gosh. Did we manage to not get distracted by this? Remember if you watched the original Let's Play?
Weakness.
You'll know that we got distracted by that.
I'm glad to note that the blood-spun web does not show any signs of heresy, unlike so many other death cults.
They may not be heretics, but what they do here is a mockery of true justice.
You think so? Okay. Spill, let me show you the way, Domin. Show me the way. Oh, wait, no. I want to take... Abelard is wounded. And we got a big fight coming with Fresno. Like, in that area. And we can go back. Literally at any point. It's fine. But I would like Abelard to get, like, 2 minutes of rest. Kind of vibe. Before we do the next part. Because that would probably be smart. You know what I mean? Because technically, I think these are, like... Wait, why did it send me back to my room? Oh, whoops. Did I accidentally hit that? I mean, not that I'm complaining. I mean, it is my room. No, that's my room. I have no rewards. I think that's everything. I like it. I keep it like... So that way I can see in case. It's so weird not having the creepy gift from Marzai here. In my room. I'm just gonna say it. If you romance Marzai, you'll understand. Oh, Tess! It's you! What does it say now? This majestic painted by skilled artists greets who have been granted permission. Yes. The hefty tome contains schematics to the flagship's house. Okay. Yeah, we got it to be ours. Yes. Good job, Tess. What is this? Oh. Parry are reduced. Oh. Yeah. Strange. I have a suspicious rash. What? Okay, cool. I got a rash. Abelard, I have a rash. I'm gonna do something dumb. I hope you'll all join me in this incredibly dumb thing I'm about to do. I want to make sure there's no other... We have to head back to Jai and pick up Jai. So, in order to do that... I am going to take a couple jumps and make sure that there's no other quests that we can pick up now. It might seem dumb to some of you, and honestly, I admit, a little dumb. Yes, yes, okay, but we are gonna first go there. I think we just quick save too. Like, the funny thing is, oh, Lord, okay, everything's prepared for your ritual. Okay, to leave their post attendant formal gathering, we can begin at your convenience. Splendid. Summon my illustrious officers. It will be done. I shall signal the servants and notify the party. All right, let us demonstrate to Mistress Cabela just how strong our vessel's spirit of camaraderie truly is. Okay, this is what I was kind of hoping for. So attend the gathering. Oh, okay, so that'll just be there. Oh, I love that that's just there for me. Okay, good. An incident in the ward room? Anthar's dog Glado won't let officers into the room. The esteemed proctor's request, he was assigned a space to work there, but word not the whole area. Some less individual tried to lead him out by the collar, poor fools. Okay. Cannot get them out there now while they are bleeding. The esteemed proctor is nowhere to be found, so we ask you to deal with the beast. Shooting is I'll deal with this immediately. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. I did not know. Where are we going? Uh-huh. Where? Deal with Glado. Okay. Who are you? Is that Danrock? All right. Glado, honey. Glado, sweetie. Hi. I know, baby. I know. You're upset, and it's okay. Glado's paws spread wide and growling menacingly scans the wardroom with his scarlet visors. His blood-smeared kinetic jaw clang, sending sparks flying. Frozen on the sidelines in animal terror, the bloody officers watch his every move. Are you all right? We've been better, but as long as we're alive, keep away from that beast before it eats you, Lord Captain. Have seen enough of Glado in action to confidently recognize his combat mode. In this state, he's capable of ripping off a person's arm or head in a single motion. He has no visible wounds, and at first glance, his behavior shows no sign of malfunction. Come on, sweetie. Glado looks straight at you, letting a Vox-enhanced growl unfurl from his chest. Twitchily moving his paws, Glado flattens his ears and tilts his head to the side as if puzzled. Yes. The protocol that forced him into combat modes are likely in direct conflict with the protocols that require him to protect you as a high-ranking individual, and now an agonizing struggle is raging inside poor Glado's mind. Easy. Good boy. The good boy lowers his head a little, clearly primed to leap to your chest and rip off your face. No. All right, place your weapon against your neck. Obey or blood will be spilled. What do your protocols have to say about my safety? Glado twitches to one side and then the other, his jaw opening and closing at the same time. His harsh growls turn into a piercing whine, and the dog lies on his belly in defeat. Tess. Noble Tess does not give an F, and I love that. It is only now that you notice a small data slate on the table behind Glado. It seems strange that Solomon would have left a personal item containing data practically out in the open like this. Danrock, send Glado to be Glado, have you been guarding that data slate? You hear a mournful whimper in response. Study the data slate. Judging by the crest on the case, it belongs to Solomon. In the first notes, you find an entire dossier of observations of your senior officers and retinue, habits, petty vices, acquaintances, psychological profiles. There's also a note about you, in which the previously dry observations gradually turn into something much more interesting. Study the last lines. The final notes reveal the fruits of Solomon's obviously taxing mental efforts. Your known and suspected tastes in music, food, clothing, jewelry have been painstakingly documented. A list of gifts that might please you has been compiled, including favorite types of weapon, ornate combat servitor, and fancy garb like that corrupt bureaucrat wears. Vague ideas are sketched out in truncated phrases, delicacies, candles, a spot on the deck with a nice view of the stars, hackneyed, good. Visit the Yanis greenhouses, prepare conversation topics, even jointly track down and end some psychopath. That's definitely how you seduce Tess. The line, "A choir of repentant criminals perform a serenade," is written in red. Let's read our file. Your eye is drawn to a line listing character traits. Among the positive ones are determined, confident in her privileges, courageous in battle, and magnetic charisma. The negative trait are somewhat more numerous: arrogant, lacking in righteous terror of the Lex Imperialis, unable to entrust tasks to subordinate crew members, and out of nowhere, allegedly, kleptomania. What? Is it because we have a looting problem? I shall speak to Solomon about this further. I would be immensely grateful if you would also remind him to stop scattering his valuables across the ship, Lord Captain. Okay, let's see. Should I have brought him to my chambers? We did quick save beforehand. Ish. So, you know, if this doesn't go where we want it to go, then we'll redo. Okay? That's all I got. Okay, we will absolutely redo.